yield the floor to Mrs. Sumaya to bring us through this third panel on peace building.
Thank you so much, Christian. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good evening from Istanbul. I am Sumaya Semiha from Islamic Cooperation Youth Forum. I'm working as project coordinator in ICYF, and I will be moderating the last session of this brilliant symposium. This session will host two valuable contributors who submitted papers in peace building theme. Before starting the session, I kindly would like to remind our speakers that you have only 5 minutes. Please make sure you complete your presentation in this time. Without further ado, I would like to give the floor to Mr. Ghazi Abdullah Muttaqien, who is co-founder of Strategic Research Society in Indonesia. He will present his paper titled The Meaning of Islamic Worldview, a seminal concept to build peace, unity, and solidarity. Mr. Ghazi, welcome, and please, floor is yours.
Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa ashabihi wa mawala. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lah. وأشهد أن محمدًا عبده ورسوله أما بعد. The Honorable the President of ICIF, Mr. Toha Ayhan, His Excellency Professor. Islam as the biggest religion in Nusantara has a big role to shape the civilization and society. By the interpreting many resources, it concluded that Nusantara is a former name of Indonesia, which derived from Javanese language. Nusantara, Nusa is island and Antara means other. Though Islam is not the first religion has arrived in Nusantara, but the process of Islamization through spreading Islamic da'wah or Islamic worldview by the Cheddar, Ulamas, and Islamic missionaries or Mubalik who rooted from the Middle East, India and Turkey or Ottoman Empire, which made Islam is the fastest growing religion in Nusantara. The worldview or reference is an element or the content of thinking characteristic of an individual, group, or culture. Ottoman Empire is the biggest Islamic empire in the 15th and 16th centuries. Ottomans spent its empire throughout Europe, Africa, Arab Peninsula, until the Southeast Asia. The objective of this research is to promote Islam as a peace religion among the youth to combat the Islamophobia disease. Qualitative method is used in this research to get better understanding of the issues by focusing solely on the corpus and the theoretical framework. So one of the current problem facing by Muslim generation is combating Islamophobia. Islam teaches that we live in peace and harmony with people of different faiths, including Christians, Jews, and others. Islam is a religion of peace in theory, principle, and praxis that is against any form of oppression, discrimination, torture, persecution, and unjust killing of innocent souls. And then for the next slide, about how Islam entered to Indonesia. The arrival of Islam to Nusantara was directly from Mecca or Arab Saudi. This process took place in the 1st century of Hijri or 7th century when the Prophet was still alive. Islam arrival brought a big impact and encouraged progress to an advancement, the virtues and triumphant of the worldview, knowledge, culture, and daily language. And about the meaning of Islamic worldview. Worldview can be said as a person's belief and thoughts that function as the principle or motto of all human behavior. Islamic worldview is defined by Professor Al-Attas, namely the vision of reality and truth that appears before our minds are revealing what existence is all about. In the Islamic worldview, the central or core concept with parameters or aspect of belief is Tawheed, or the unity of God. To be a Muslim is to believe in the oneness of God. And about the differential aspect between Islamic worldview and Western worldview. Next slide, please. You can see in my computer here. And for the conclusion, mapping the historical roots relation between Ottoman Empire and Nusantara, a lesson for cooperation, peace, and harmony. As we know, Islam is a religion of tolerance, whatever it embraces, and the tolerant spirit will reside in the soul of followers of this religion. La ikraha fi din, qad tabayyana rushdu min al-ghayy. The spreading of Islamic da'wah into Nusantara is not sense effort. The plan of Islamization of Nusantara was prepared since the 6th century and became a serious agenda by sophisticated strategy in order to the citizen in Nusantara can accept the religion of Islam and can assimilate it with them. In the fact, Indonesia is the largest Muslim majority country in the world with 85 of 230 million people follow Islam. The historical roots relations between Ottoman Empire and Nusantara or Southeast Asia is full of harmony, prosperity, cooperation, peace, and tolerance. Each Muslim who have a good Islamic worldview understanding will help non-Muslim when affliction and adversity and are failure in applying the law. Muslims treat people with different opinion and beliefs in the right way. Although Muslims still show toleration, even though the other religions have been the persecution and detention of Muslims residing in all parts of the world. Even Muslims are suspected and accused of being a mastermind of terrorists or radicals. I want to show you many examples. For the First World War, for the First World War, 70 million killed caused by non-Muslim, and Second World War, 50 until 55 million killed caused by non-Muslim. Nagasaki atomic bomb, 200,000 killed caused by non-Muslim, and a war in the Vietnam, over 5 million killed caused by non-Muslims. So Islam is the religion of peace and justice. Islam is rahmatan lil alamin. I think that's all my brief presentation. Allahu ya'khudhu bi aydina ila ma fihi khairun lil islami wal muslimin. Thank you very much for your attention. Best regards from Indonesia. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ghazi, for this informative presentation.